is a old deep wave wig that I've been wearing forever. I had it for about a year, so we're gonna make it into a brand new wig and have it looking just like new. I ordered 2 bundles of 28-inch deep wave hair from a vendor on Amazon. I don't know the vendor at the moment, but I'll make sure that I put the link in the description below. So what I'm doing now is sectioning off the frontal from the actual wefted hair that's sewn onto the cap. So I could go ahead and start cutting the frontal off so we can see about replacing it. Now that we are finishing up and cutting it completely off, then I went ahead and took the 2 bundles of hair and quadrupled them together and ran them through my sewing machine so they would be thinner, and then started to sew them on the back of the wig just so I could have some length. Now that I have went ahead and sewed tracks in the back, I'm going to go ahead and sew some in by hand and 2 gaps that I had in the wig from when I previously made it. And this wig I made on my sewing machine a long time ago. I can't remember where I got this hair from, but I do know it was from a vendor on AliExpress. So yeah, I'm just basically making it more full since I have had it for a long time. So everybody knows deep wave hair sheds tremendously, so it needed, you know, some length, a little bit more volume, new bundles. So we're going ahead and doing all that before actually sewing the new frontal on as well. But while y'all watching, comment and let me know what more videos do y'all want to see. Do y'all like wig and style videos, or like little ways to save money and fix up wigs, or like what? Tell me what y'all want to see, what y'all need from me. What can Chrissy do for y'all so I could get y'all together? Now we are sewing in our last bundle, well, not even bundle track, and I feel like I literally been sewing forever. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like I've been sewing forever. But so I went ahead and I sewed the very last track of the Amazon hair that I had purchased up at the top of the wig. Now that everything is literally done being sewed, it is time for my favorite part. So we cut the frontal off already. This is what it looks like after we finish the tracks. So what we're going to do is take our new frontal. I went ahead and bleached the frontal off camera. So I folded in half so I could find the middle of the frontal. And then I take the frontal and I place it further down so it fits the wig perfectly. And then I pin it in the middle where I folded it to find the middle of the wig. Well, the middle of the frontal, if that makes sense. So once we find the middle of the frontal, then we tack it in the back in the middle so that both sides are put. And then I go ahead and take the left hand side and then tack it all the way down. And then I go ahead and do the same thing on the right hand side. So basically you're pinning the whole frontal down in the middle of the wig so that everything can be together, so that when you sew it doesn't move out of place. And then you get more so of a better look on this side. What I meant by like actually pressing it down with the T-pins and pushing it, making sure that it's tight. So how I just had it just a minute ago, how it was sticking up, you don't want it like that. You want it more so how it is now, like you want it to lay flat and lined up so that nothing is bumpy or anything when you go to sew it down. So now I basically turned the wig head around and pointed it down so I can make sure that each of the ear tabs is basically aligned with each other. And then I'm going ahead and spin it around and then start sewing where I pinned everything at. So I basically was just double checking to make sure it was all lined up. So you want to start in the middle of the frontal and work your way all the way down to the left hand side, and then do the opposite on the other side. So then you start back and meet in the middle and then work your way down all the way to the right hand side. So when you do that, in my opinion, I feel like starting in the middle, just since that's where we started for everything, how we placed the frontal, you know, in the middle and then carried it back to the middle, it just makes everything be seamless and it gives it just enough tightness to hold it, in my opinion. So that's why I've always done it. Well, started in the middle and then worked my way down. So now I'm doing the same on this side and I'm almost done. Basically, I'm just looping it through and just carrying it all the way down to the very end, and then I'm just removing the T-pins as I go. So basically for everything I spent $100 and I think $30 for the 2 bundles of 28, and then I spent I want to say like either 120 or 140 on the frontal. So for everything together, I probably spent like what, 270, like basically under $300. So like I said, this is a 28-inch deep wave wig, and I think when I first bought everything for it, I probably spent like almost $400 for everything. So basically just fixing it, you know, it gives you more longevity for your wigs, and you save a hell of a lot of money because you can keep it and then go a whole nother year wearing it, or however long you want to keep it, and then just keep doing the same thing over. And then over time you just have to get a frontal versus, you know, purchasing bundles and a frontal. So this is the very final look. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope I was able to save you guys some money. Thank you. See you guys later.